What is a financial first aid kit? Do we really need one? What does it consist of? And are we really prepared for a money emergency? These are some of the questions that I think about as I start the new year of 2023 and I'm setting my goals. So I did a little research and I thought I would share it with you guys so that you can join along too. So if you're interested, keep watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kimberly, and on this channel, we talk about ways to unlock your financial freedom by incorporating planning, productivity, and personal finance into your daily routine so that you can level up your life by getting out of debt and taking control of your 24 hours. So if you want to learn more, hit the subscribe button and keep watching. Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome back. This is actually my first video of the new year, and I thought I would start it off by talking about creating a financial first aid kit. So I was thinking about what I needed to do for 2023, things that I've kind of been putting on hold. And I found an article. This article is from CNBC, and I love to read articles from CNBC. And this one says, are you really prepared for a money emergency? Right? So it goes through and it talks about some financial first aid kit items that you need to stock, okay? How you need to build it. So I want to just talk about these key points here, and then we're going to kind of take a deep dive in the individual items that it should consist of. So it talks about half of the U.S. households lost income due to COVID-19. We all know that, right? Highlighting the need to prepare for unexpected and critical personal finance issues. So we already know that everything is through the roof as far as prices. Groceries are high, gas is high, we're in a recession, it's crazy out here. So it says access to cash is critical, but not only just an emergency fund. So it says if you are able, you need to make sure that you have access to a home equity line of credit and after-tax retirement savings such as a Roth IRA, which you can tap into without a big tax hit. And then lastly, it talks about financial documents that you need to make sure that you have in your financial first aid kit. So investment documents, bank account documents, your social security card, wills, all of these things are things that you need to store in a secure location. So we are just going to talk about some of these individual items like financial statements, having access to cash, having your will and your insurance, all these documents, as well as phone numbers and passwords in a secure place, and even how to create a financial cushion, which y'all already know I love to talk about because I think that is so important to have a cushion in your checking account from month to month. So let's break it down and talk about the things that I came up with in this article. Now, I'm excited about this video because this is something that I've been procrastinating on. I've been wanting to establish, like a binder of information that I know is important for my son that I need to leave behind in case something happens to me. So I'm finally there, finally did my research, and here's what I came up with. So the first items that you should put in your financial first aid kit, according to CNBC in this article, are financial documents. Now, these financial documents consist of multiple things. So think about the things you have to get together at tax time, but then multiply that times 10. So you want to have your budget worksheet in your financial first aid kit. And if you don't have a budget, you already know you definitely need to have one. Okay. Credit card report. Or credit report, not credit card report, but your credit report. This is something that's important to leave behind as well. So put that in there. Y'all, I'm in the process of doing this right now. I have my binder that I'm going to get together. Once I get it together, y'all, I'm going to make sure I do a video about it. Also, Social Security statements, your Social Security card, as well as credit card and debit card statements. So if you use credit cards, make sure you have those statements in there. When something happens to you, you want someone to know, all of the credit cards that you have, those account numbers and that kind of information. Same thing with debit cards. If you're a debit card user, you just want to make sure you have that bank account information stored so that the person you're leaving this information behind with has access to it and they know what they need to do from there. You also have health insurance statements that you need to leave behind as well. Any type of investment accounts such as brokerage accounts, 401k, pensions, that information needs to be left as well. So these are some important financial documents. And then we have any type of insurance documents, car insurance, renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, whatever the case may be. And then bill statements. So if you are still paying on your car loan or any type of loan, any type of bill, please leave those statements behind with those account numbers, usernames, passwords, those types of things, so that that person can have access to it. So another thing that was mentioned is going to be cards and titles. So it was suggested in the article that you guys leave copies of the front and the back of your credit cards, as well as your debit cards. So go ahead and copy them or take pictures and print them out, whatever you want to do, or scan them and, keep them digitally if you want to. This is important. And I know for me, I have a lot of credit cards and debit cards. I usually just use credit cards. You guys already know my bills are paid on credit cards, but I still have debit cards as well. I just don't really use them, but I have them. And then titles. So if you are done paying off your car, then you want to make sure you leave that car title or whatever else that you're done paying off inside this financial first aid kit. Then they mentioned travel documents. Now, I didn't think about this one, but a copy of your passports. And I hope everyone has a passport. If you don't, I think this is another must-have for you and your child, so that they can just get that experience of traveling. I know my son recently went to Paris, France, and London, England with the high school. And he did this through the international club. And one of the things that we had to do was to provide copies of the passport so that if the students were to lose them or something happened, that the teacher would have copies. Also TSA documents. And by the way, my son is going to Germany and Switzerland this spring break. So I'll have to maybe do a video on how I budget for these spring break trips that he's going on with the school. Because it is quite expensive. So I just thought about that. I need to do a video on that. So stay tuned. I'm going to put that on my list of things to do. Next up, we have wills, trust, and directives. So now this is one of the things that I have not done, and I'm ashamed to say I haven't done it. And it's been on my list all year for 2022, and I didn't get around to it. I have to get around to this. Y'all, I need to create a will. Okay, y'all comment below and let me know if you have a will, if you don't have a will, and what steps you took to get your will, whatever you want to add in the comments below. So this is definitely at the top of my list when I'm creating my financial first aid kit, but also a trust and healthcare directives. If you want to add those things to your kit as well, they're also super important. But I'm definitely going to work on this will. Next up, I love this one, you all. I absolutely love a final letter. And I know we don't like to think about, something happening to us and leaving our children behind, but this is important. It says, parents, keep a letter to your children in case something happens. Okay, so this is going to be hard for me, but it's definitely something that I want to do. And I thought I would mention one of my diaries that I'm in the process of creating. And before I even did the research on this, you all, I didn't even think about the diary that I'm creating. So I have a diary. It's called Dear Diary, a memoir to my son. And one of the things that I think I'm going to do with that once I create it and publish it is I'm going to purchase it, and I'm going to start leaving notes, written notes, handwritten notes by me to my son in this diary. And I think this is something that I'm going to put in my financial first aid kit. And that just talking about it, y'all, gets me a little emotional, but this is amazing. So I think what I'll do while I'm creating this, create different versions, because some of you out there may want to also purchase a diary. So I'll change the image on it, and I'll also do one for daughters. So if you have a daughter, I will do one for daughters as well. So once those posts on Amazon, I will share it with you guys. But this is awesome that this was in here, because I never even thought about, you know, writing notes to him and leaving them behind, even though I've created this diary. It's crazy. By the way, I have some other diaries that I have actually revamped, and I'm going to share those with you guys at the end, and I'm going to link them below in just a minute. So if you guys like this idea, comment below and let me know. I really, really like this final letter idea, even though I don't like to think about me leaving him behind, but I like this idea. So comment below and let me know. All right. Also, the article talked about storing these items in a secure place. So you could have secure physical copies of these items, which I'll probably have a physical copy, and some things may also be digital. But they mentioned that. They also mentioned you can store these things in the cloud if you want to, but just remember, you do need to make sure that you leave usernames and passwords as well. And then the last option is to keep this item once you create this kit. Keep it with a family member or a friend, so that they can have access to it in case something happens to you, and maybe something happens to the home where you have this stored, then somebody else has access to it. So that was another option. Okay, you guys, so I have a call to action. I want you to comment below and let me know if you have a financial first aid kit. Have you ever even heard of financial first aid kit? What items do you have? What items did you include in this kit? And then what items do you need to include, you know, if you don't have something that I talked about or I mentioned here in the video? So let me know. I know there's several things that I need to include, and I'm going to work on those things for 2023. That is definitely one of my goals. So here are the hardcover diaries that I've revamped for you guys. So I had these diaries out for a couple of months, but I didn't like the covers. So I thought I would just, you know, take a minute to sit back and switch it, change it, rearrange it. So I have a spending diary, a mindset diary, money diary, a future me diary, investment diary, a millionaire diary, so many diaries that I've created. And these are hardcovers, which I really like. And they're available right now on Amazon. I'm going to link them below. They're also in my community tab. And as soon as I get the memoir diaries up, I will let you guys know. Okay. So thank you guys for watching. Again, Happy New Year, Happy 2023. And if you are loving this content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and also hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time Edupreneur Diaries posts a new video. Thanks for watching.